Okay, just let me try it from my end. Just give me a minute.
Yeah. Is it fine? So we can all get started.
Yeah, Suren. Recording is working fine. I've started my recording, so please go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Thanks, Anthony.
Just
okay.
wanted to remind everyone, Suren, sorry to interrupt. Just wanted to remind everyone to use Slack so that there is a history of the comments and the transactions, whatever communication.
Okay, let's get started. So, welcome all to a new week. We started our sessions with Selenium IDE, where we try to record scripts. We also went ahead and then tried to run it as a suite, run it as a test. We also saw the different ways of identifying locations, how to use the find command, the find control in Selenium IDE, and also we started with with IDs, names, link text, and then we moved on to CSS and XPath comparison, where we decided to go ahead with the XPath. We started how to basically get to know like how do you write an XPath from a positional side, from an attribute side, and how we can get some data from Selenium IDE in terms of the XPaths. Also, we saw the right-click option in Selenium IDE to get the commands. We also saw the difference between the assertion and the verification, right? So, and then we went ahead and then went to the Selenium IDE. We enabled the experimental options, and then we converted whatever we recorded into a Selenium WebDriver script, right? So today what we're going to do is like we're just going to do the last step alone once again, okay? And then I'm sure that you guys have already set up the Maven project. The Eclipse been set up, so we will try to run it once and then start our sessions to go towards and learn the APIs of WebDriver. Okay, that's the intention of today's session, and that will be our agenda. Okay. Yeah. So let me open my Eclipse and keep it ready. So what we did was like we went ahead, we actually recorded a Selenium IDE script, and then we used the options again, and then we enable the experimental features. Okay, enable experimental features. For people who have not done this, please try to do this. So you go to your Selenium IDE, okay, file, open and sample test case which we have written, okay, convert that. Once that has been converted, opened up, then you can go to the Selenium IDE options, and you have another options inside an option. You click on that and you see this menu here, which has an option called enable experimental features. Just click on it, say OK, and restart your Selenium IDE. Okay, that is restart your Firefox. Once you are done with that, you can very well go back, say OK, go to options again, you go to the format and you get all the other formats, the convertible formats which are right now supported. Okay, these formats are generalizely known as bindings. Okay, that if you're going with Java, then it becomes Java binding. Okay, if you go with Python, it is Python binding. So C sharp binding, Ruby binding. So what do you mean by a binding? Basically, you have a set of APIs. So Selenium WebDriver has a lot of APIs. So the APIs basically bind to respect to language. Okay, you have Java-based bindings, you have C#-based bindings, you have Python-based bindings, and Ruby-based bindings. So for each and every language support, you have a separate binding. You have a separate team inside Selenium to basically maintain these stuff. When I say maintain is maintaining your bindings. Okay, so that you can basically get the you know it becomes like an interpreter where actually the language becomes independent. So whatever you're trying to write in this language with that particular API gets implemented using the binding. Okay? So right now we are focusing on JUnit. We were trying to in last class we tried to run a JUnit WebDriver. So once you have done this, you go to format, and inside the format you go and select Java JUnit WebDriver. Okay. Once you can actually copy the code. This is the conversion of whatever steps which you have recorded in Selenium IDE. You can open your Eclipse. Create a sample Maven project. Just click on File. Okay. Go to New, File, New Maven project. Okay. You create a simple project, and then give the artifact. Like group ID and artifact is the representation of the particular Maven artifact which you are trying to create. Okay, and then say finish. You get the Maven project. Okay. So once you have the Maven project, everything ready, move to pom.xml. Okay. Inside the pom.xml, try to add the dependencies of Maven, Selenium Java, and TestNG. You have this, like if in case you're finding it difficult, you can basically use the Selenium repository which is already present. So you have inside examples, you have a Maven project. You can import the Maven project inside your Eclipse if you are finding it difficult. Okay. How do you import it? Go to File, Import option, select Maven, existing Maven projects, go to the location where your pom.xml is present and add to the project. Okay, and say finish. Yes, Rajiv. Yeah, I did save pom.xml. Guys, let's use Slack. Just to get the recordings done, have the data with us. So let me know once you guys are ready with what we have done. So Kumar is ready. Kumar, you can go ahead and you can replace those functions. You can go and create a JUnit test.
To give the root directory path till Maven project.
I would wait for you guys for another 5 minutes. Let me know.
Hello.
Please use Slack.
Hello.
No, Priyanka, I'm not able to hear you.
Hello. Hello.
Priyanka, your voice is very feeble. I can hear you, but I'm not able to understand what you're talking.
You are hearing?
Sorry, Priyanka, we're not able to hear you clearly. Could you, could you type in? Okay. It's pretty simple, guys. Whenever you wanted to have a particular Maven dependency, just you can go to the Google site. You just say Maven and the respective dependency you want. Say, for example, if you want Selenium, you can type Selenium. If you want to have testng, you can type testng. So I said testng. Okay. Whichever comes with Maven repository, you can click on that. And always look for the usages. If the usages are more, you can go with that particular version or the earlier version. Okay. In this case, 6.11. Click on that. You can just again click on this dependency and paste it inside our form.xml. When you click, it gets copied, and you're pasting it here with the control V.
Hello. Surinder, can you hear
Yes,
me
please.
now?
Yeah, better.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, I'm facing the same problem which I faced last time. Actually, when I'm trying to import the Maven existing Maven project and selecting the root directory and browse it. So, and after browsing it, I'm able to see only the Maven till the path Maven only. Not able to select the pom.xml file.
Okay, let's do one thing for you. As I told you, you can go and create a new Maven project. Let's see what happens with that.
Yes, even I try to create a new Maven project as well, but I am unable to find the Maven project options only. If I click on file, then new, and see the option, the Maven option is not coming.
Okay, go to others. Okay,
Okay, go to
click
others.
on
Yes.
other,
Yeah.
and then you let me know whether you're able to see the Maven here.
Yeah, I'm able to see here Maven.
Okay, you click on that and then say Maven project.
Maven project, right. Next.
Next,
Yeah.
use again,
Again,
create a simple project.
okay. Create a simple
Okay,
project. Right.
right, and say next again.
Okay. Yeah.
A group ID and artifact ID are important. That can be given as per your choice. I would go with
Okay.
Selenium and examples. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
and then say finish.
Okay. Right. Finish.
Yeah. So you got something like the left-hand side column, similar to this.
Sorry, what you said?
You got the navigation menu like this.
Nothing like that.
You have not got anything. There is no
No.
specification like that's weird. Just check it out. Just refresh it.
Here in the project explorer, right? Maven
Yeah.
project. Yes, yes,
Yes.
got
Right.
it.
Yeah.
Yes, I got it.
Okay. Expand that. You will see pom.xml in the bottom.
Right. I can see
Double.
pom.xml.
Yeah. Double click on that.
Yeah. Yes, I have double click on it.
You can go to the pom.xml,
Yes.
the tab, and then add the dependencies.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
And where to add from the dependencies?
It's inside the dependencies. Okay. Inside dependencies, you have to add each and every dependency, just the way you have.
Okay. But it is already there, dependency, the thing which I'm here, you're showing on the screen.
Then you have imported the project successfully, Priyanka.
Yes, I can see that. Yes. Okay. After adding the dependency,
Yeah, I think I want everybody to come to that particular portion. I think we just have another minute and then we can start with it. Guys, apart from Kumar, I don't see anybody ready. Just slack me so that I understand that you guys are ready. So I know Priyanka is ready now. What about others? Okay, so Rajiv, we are ready. You are able to add the dependencies, right? Validate your dependencies by going to Maven dependency, and you have to see the jars here. Okay, Roshan is ready. Okay, looks like most of us are ready. I think still yet to get confirmation from few people, but that's fine. Like we can go ahead. The scheduled time is done. So let's go ahead. Okay, that's no okay. Fine, Kiran. Just let me know in case you're finding any difficulty. Okay, now let's create a class out of it. Okay, so basically you can go and if you're already having a Maven project, you would already see here. But still, I would recommend you guys to go ahead and create a class. Let's say new. Okay, and say class. Give a package to that as form.example.test. Okay, or any other package as you like. remember the package should always be will be smaller letters. Okay, your class should always start with a capital letter. Okay, so and also your method should be with a smaller letter, start with a smaller letter. So this is a basic rules when you are trying to do any Java class. Okay, let's say sample Selenium test. Okay, and say finish. Yeah, we have come to this. Now I want you to do is basically copy the code which we have in Selenium IDE, copy the code and paste it. Control C and Control V. Okay. Once you have done with that, you would get an error like this. Okay. Just say rename type to sample Selenium test. Okay. Once you have made this change, ensure that this Chrome driver.exe is present. Okay. Just in case if you're not able to find this Chrome driver.exe and you have created a new Maven project, don't worry. You can go to our Selenium project. You would have download the zip, right? Go to a Selenium workshop. Inside examples, inside Maven project, you have this Chrome driver.exe. Just copy this and paste it inside your project, inside your major tree, your Maven project tree. Okay. Go to your previous sample. There is something called system.set property. Okay, with WebDriver Chrome driver and say driver equal to new Chrome driver. So let's go and do the same. Replace it with new Firefox driver with this. Okay. Once you have done this, right click, say run as JUnit test. So whatever action we performed in Selenium IDE should be replicated here. Okay, and the JUnits should have a successful message. Okay, if you're facing any issues, you will face only one issue, that will be expanding your screen. You can, once the browser is launched, you can expand it manually as of now. Okay, so can you guys try it out and let me know in Slack whether you're facing any issues? So it's 8:30 now. Let's take another 5 minutes for doing this. Sure, Rajiv. It's pretty simpler. If you don't see it, if you have not imported the Maven project, okay, generally what you do is you can download the Chrome driver. Okay, so you can go to Selenium downloads Okay, download Selenium. Search for Chrome driver. Okay, Google driver, and click on that, and you can download the Windows 32 Chrome driver, Windows 32 zip file. Okay, inside that particular zip, you would be having the Chrome driver.exe. You can copy inside the Maven project. You got the answer, Rajiv? No, that should not be a problem. Anil Kumar, right? Anil, I don't think there is any problem. There should not be any problem in that. In fact, we haven't gone to test NG. We are in JUnit.
Surinder, actually I am able to run the script, but after running in the browser open, I am able to see a pop-up which says Microsoft Windows malicious software removal tool wants to reset your settings. So it is not allowing the application to launch. That pop-ups appear and the pop-ups having reset and cancel button.
Could you just send a screenshot in the Slack,
Yeah,
Priyanka?
sure.
Yeah.
Let me send you.
Okay. Should I be copying sample to example from Selenium ID to test class? Yeah, yeah. Yes, Roshan, you should be able to do that. You should be copying the code which you see here. You copy this code and paste inside the new Java file which you have created. Okay, you'll get an error stating that like your class files are your class names are not mismatching. So just move to it and right click on that particular class. You just rename it to the new class name which you have given. That's it. So,
Um, Sorry
yeah,
to, yeah.
yes,
Hi, Suren. I would like to ask that I couldn't see like the Java code in the IDE. So am I missing something? Because all I see
okay,
is HTML code.
okay. You have to go to the options. Okay, click on options again.
Okay.
Okay, and then you have to ensure that enable the experimental feature is being clicked.
Yes, it is.
Okay, if it is clicked, then you go to options again, go to format, and then inside format you will be able to see a different stuff. You have to select Java JUnit WebDriver.
Format uh, Java JUnit 4 WebDriver, correct?
Correct.
Mm, It's okay. Yeah. Okay, that converted it. Okay,
Okay.
so
Yes.
I'll pick up the whole thing or from public class.
No, you can actually copy the whole thing. Okay,
Okay.
and then move on to the class which you have created. Inside that, you just need to change the class name. Right here, your public class name has to be changed, and you're good to go.
Okay.
Yeah, of course you have to change the web driver. Huh? You have to change the driver instance as well.
To change the driver.
Just take the sample here.
Uh-huh.
Go to yeah. In the sample, if you don't have a sample, you can verify from the Selenium tutorial. Okay, sorry, the workshop. Inside the Maven project, you have this have yeah, Maven Selenium Java. You will be having this one. Okay, you can copy this and paste it. You can copy this particular sentence and then
Okay.
paste it inside the before class in the setup class.
Okay. In the setup class. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
and then give it a shot by right clicking on it and just say run as JUnit test.
Okay.
Okay. This is the hey Priyanka, do you have any preferences?
Yes.
You have any preferences in your Google Chrome,
Uh,
or is it fine if it goes back to the if it changes the yeah, it changes your default settings?
okay. Let me check.
Otherwise, if you're fine with it, just go say reset and then start it.
Okay, I have reset it actually. And let me
Yeah,
start.
then yeah, you can start. Okay, it's already like we have gone with 10 minutes. Can people just respond to the Slack who all completed? I see Kumar completed. Kumar, if you have completed this with JUnit, you can try out TestNG. In the same way. Once everybody are in the same state, I'll explain like what is the difference between a JUnit and TestNG. Babu, I can't make you a presenter, but could you just let me know like what exactly issues you're facing? You can use Slack and you can share images as well. Rajiv says execution seems okay, but I could not recognize the browser started during execution. Just have it closed. How sure are you, Babu? Sorry, Rajiv, that it worked fine? Did you get it? Did you get in green in your JUnit? It should take some time. It won't be so faster. This is the time which you get. So you should be able to see this happening. I understand that, but check out whether there's any other issues. You can debug it. Hey, are you using Eco Driver?
Hello. Yeah, Surinder, actually I have reset the settings to regional, but I think I have to restart the browser again. But if I restart the browser again, actually I have opened the meeting session in Chrome only. So we'll try after this session then.
You can rejoin, no, Priyanka.
Okay,
Give it
I
a shot.
can I rejoin?
Yeah, sure. You can rejoin.
Okay. Just give me 5 minutes, yeah.
Okay. I'm not so sure about the latest version of the Gecko driver here, Kumar. Let me just check it out. Okay. That's okay. So I understand. So okay. Uh, you should be going with 3.4.0 Selenium and then give it a shot. See whether it's working. Not 3.3.1. Go with the latest Selenium and with the latest Gecko driver and see whether it's working fine or not. Rajiv, any luck?
So Suren, I imported it, and it's showing a bunch of reds. I imported
Okay.
the driver too, as you said, from the examples and pasted it here in public void setup, in the setup class. And I
Mm-hmm.
deleted the driver that said Firefox driver.
Okay.
But it's still all pink or that sample my Java class and
Mm-hmm.
say run as, it's just showing me run configurations. It's not showing me a JUnit test.
That's interesting. So JUnit something is default with Eclipse. So you not getting it is something needs to be done on that. Okay, I understand that, what happened is like, okay, what you do one thing, go to the Maven dependent, see whether you're able to see all the jars in it.
Yes.
You're able to see all the jars.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So did you save it? Did you save
Maybe,
it?
okay, yeah, I see this. I think, okay. Yeah. I think I have pasted it in a different new project. Okay. I think I messed up. Okay, I'll do the same thing again back.
Yeah. Then there is a problem with your Firefox installation, Kumar. If this is not working, because this is the set which should work for us.
Hi, Surender. I have joined, but even I tried after, closing the browser session, but still I'm facing the same problem. But I don't know why if I open the Google Chrome alone, it doesn't show me that pop-up. Once I run the, from the JUnit, from the Eclipse, then it showed me that. So we'll try after this session then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I think that's expected. Like we should be able to do it with the Gecko driver as well, but I think it's not part of this syllabus too. We will see how we can do that. Very sorry to say this, like you need to be a little bit quicker because we have lots to cover and we are going in a very slow pace. So any other who's facing issues now or who has not completed? Yes, Rosh. Yes, Rosh.
Yes, Surin, when I tried to, well, I got it, the JUnit option. When I did it, it's showing me the input type of the launch configuration does not exist. It says.
Sorry?
It throws me, my firewall blocked it. I still blocked the Eclipse. When I ran the test, like as you said, on JUnit, and then a message popped up that my firewall has blocked the access to Eclipse. I still allow the access.
Yes, right.
But the next the next pop-up is the input type of the launch configuration does not exist.
Input. Can I take a screenshot and send it to me? It'll be great, Roshan.
Sure. Yeah. I'll do that.
Okay, that's from the driver. Okay, the message is from the driver. Okay, so okay, guys, like now the most important part of understanding what you have done. Okay, in terms of JUnit, then we will move ahead with TestNG. Okay, from a JUnit perspective, what we did is basically we went ahead. Okay, JUnit is a unit testing framework. Okay, most of our developers still use JUnit. Okay, we had JUnit 3, we have JUnit 4 as well. So right now we are using JUnit 4. JUnit 3 is getting obsolete in a few months time. So JUnit 4, has some annotation. So the ones which you're right now seeing in my screen is an annotation. What happens with annotation is before during your compilation, we are telling or we are directing the unit testing framework like JUnit to perform actions or perform a particular set of statements, be prior to or after some test, after some other your actual test. Okay, the name of the annotation itself gives you the idea of like what exactly it's going to do. So when I say @before, it says before my test you have to perform these actions. So what we will do to understand these annotations, what we will do the same test, we will say system, okay, system.out.println, okay, this statement should be executed before test. Okay. Similarly, after your test is completed, we are using an assert here. So like if the test is failing, then it'll come out. So if the test is successful, then only it'll go ahead, verify and assert difference. I'm sure I hope you guys are aware of that. This statement is after successful completion of test. So this is my step 2. Okay. This becomes my step 1. Last is your after method, after annotation. This is post test. Okay. Now you can run these things.
Surinder, I just want to
Yeah.
make sure in console why this error is coming, that protocol handshake create session, this info detected dialect OSS, because same error I'm getting it here.
This one.
Yes.
This is not an error. This is a warning message.
Okay. Okay.
Before class will come, you can go and change that command. Like you can just say, okay, you can see there, like you can cut the class, it becomes before. Okay, so these are your annotations, the JUnit ones. Now before and before class are JUnit ones. Okay, before class is basically when you before you start doing anything on the class, each and every class. Say for example, I have two different JUnit tests. So when I say before class, in both the JUnits, it's going to do the same. So before every starting each and every test of a particular class, it will start triggering it. When I say at the rate before, it is like before each and every before test. Okay. So that is how this works. So you have to understand. So you have to understand the different annotations we have. Hold on a sec, guys. I'm just getting your call here. Okay. Yeah. So basically, this one is going to run first, okay, and post that you're going to end up with this, your test, and then it will run the last one. So this is how your execution sequence should be present from a JUnit perspective. Okay. JUnit does not give you any HTML reporting. It's going to give you in the form of a report like what you are seeing right now. So you guys have done until what we have completed. Okay, Kumar, you have any other questions? Like you have annotations like in JUnit is very less annotations, whereas when you come to test NG you have a lot of annotations. Okay, so you start off with before or before class, depending upon your see when I will go with the before class if I have multiple tests in multiple multiple classes. Okay, say I differentiate the test in multiple classes. I can have before class in one place. Okay, when I compile my code, so the before class takes a preference. Let's see. Okay, we have one more candidate here, right? So let me say before class here, and I will try to comment this one out. Also, I would say here, I will comment out this. So we have two classes, okay? Two classes which has test cases, okay? So I'm not writing a before class and after class in each and every method, each and every class. Okay, I'm just written it only once. You guys can see it here. It contains before class and this contains after class. So when I'm running it, static. Okay, you have to make it static. It's asking me to be static so that if I do static, then I have to have everything in static. If I have everything in a static, then I'm not making sense. is right, in fact, because I'll be using the same driver instance. So it is right. It has to be static. But now with this it should work. Yeah. It's not. Okay. Okay. So see guys, actually the problem is I'm getting a statement saying that your method should be static. Okay. The reason why it is saying that the method should be static is because when I say before class, it applies to each and every class. So I have a driver instance which is not a static instance. Okay, it's a private to that particular class. So as it is a private class, says like you cannot give access to the driver instance to other classes, so you have to make it static so that you can basically get that driver instance. So when I go for a static method, I have to go for a static class, static objects as well. I cannot go and have a non-static members to access my static inside my static method. So again, everything changes with respect to that. But that's the reason why we're getting this exception. Okay, so on an ideal scenario, what we do is like we can go with the @ before and @ after. But @ before class is basically before the class execution. We should be able to run that. Okay, and get things. It runs first and then your before runs. There's a sequence of it. The sequence will be before class, and then your before, and then your test, and then you come to after, and then lastly after class. So that is the sequence which JUnit follows. I didn't understand this. Like in my case, annotation is parameterized. So is it what do you mean parameterized? You're talking about this one, this parameterization, or this parameterization? Okay. What about others? Uh, you guys are fine. We can go ahead. Okay, very nice. Yeah, we can do that actually. Always run equal to true. That annotation is basically tells you that like, see, if I have multiple test cases, if I have multiple places, this actually helps me to basically distinguish, like it's like uh, enabled and disabled. Like this test case needs to be disabled. This test case enabled equal to true, enabled equal to false. So when you say that that particular test case will run, if enabled equal to false, that test case will not be able to run. Similarly, always run equal to true, always run equal to false. That is a differentiation between a JUnit and a test ng. Like you're actually telling that you have to run this every time, or you not run that. That's the intention. We have parameterizations for with respect to JUnit people. Okay. What about others? Like Kiran, Anil, Koshan. Are we fine?
Sorry, I am just stuck at the very beginning because it's not running. So
Okay, but Roshan, we have this buffer, so don't worry about that. We can go back very well, just similarly even Priyanka stuck up, and Kiran was also having some problem with her machine. So you guys, this is a recording, this is getting recorded, right? So you can go and you very well try it back again, or you
Okay.
can reach out us in the WhatsApp group or something where we can help you out.
Okay.
Uh, so that's not an issue. Just understand the basics of JUnit, as a unit testing framework. What is the importance of these annotations and how to use the annotation when you're writing a test. Are you
Okay.
clear with that in the conceptual wise?
Um, Not really, but I'm noting stuff down. So
Okay. Okay. Fine. Guys, let's have a short break. We'll just break for a few minutes. It's 9:20, almost 9:20 here. So we'll sync back again at 9:25.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bye.
Okay, it's 9:25, guys. So I hope you're all back. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead. Like I hope any doubts in JUnit before we start with test ng. Without using annotations, we no. See, annotations is where you're highlighting your you're instructing your unit test to work on. Okay, you're giving directions through the annotations. If there is no annotations, then you won't be able to work out. So then you need to have a main method basically call these functions. So whereas annotations basically tells or instructs the unit testing framework to basically perform the actions with respect to it. So did you get that? Did you get that, Kumar? Any other question, guys? In basic understanding of JUnit? Yeah, I'll take it as we are good, and then we will go with test engine. Okay. Okay. So same, like test engine is another unit testing framework. Okay. Why are we going with test engine? When JUnit is already present. As I said, people went ahead with test engine initially to start off because they thought test engine is giving me an HTML based reporting. Okay. So that was the first reason people went ahead. Then people realized that SNG has more advanced features, or more convenience than JUnit in terms of annotations. Okay, so if I wanted to run, the segregation of groups, methods, and classes, and test, so that actually eventually was very helpful. So let me just showcase you. Let me just use a word for you, so to give the structure of it. Okay, so basically a test consists of suits. Okay, and then you have a suit inside suits. So I have to give a tab here. Copy. What I will do is I will give. Okay, so you have suits inside that there's a suit. Inside a suit there is something called test basically. Okay, inside test you have test. Inside test you have classes. That is one way of doing it. Okay, another thing is called groups. Okay, inside, and then you have something called inside groups and classes you have something called methods. Okay, so this is the structure which they brought into picture from JUnit to TestNG. Okay, this structure, they had all these for before, like there was a annotation given for all these things, like for before and after suit, before and after test. Okay, before and after method. Okay, and for groups they came up with something called depends on. Okay, so these are some additional advantages which TestNG brought into picture from JUnit. how are these going to helpful is basically when I have an annotation called before suit, which means that I'm going to run before running any suit, I'm going to run that as my priority. That's my first step. I'm instructing my unit testing framework to run that as priority one. Okay. And after suit is basically after completion of all the tests, you run that particular step. So, so if I wanted to run multiple test cases in a single, let's say multiple test cases in a single class or single suit, okay, after completion of both the test cases, then I perform the action using after suit. So that's the advantage of it. We will see to that. We will see how these things work. Okay. Then you have test. So you have before test and after test. Okay. So before my test, what I need to perform. After my test, what I need to perform. Okay. Then you have methods like before method, what I have to perform. After method, what I have to perform. Okay. Groups came into picture where when a group consists of a lot of methods inside that. So let's say a method is basically when you have multiple when you have a function, you have it's called a method. When you have an annotation at the rate test, it becomes a before test. Okay. Again, you have before class as well. Along with this segregation, you have this before and after class as well. So they bought in this before and after distinguishing was very prominent when compared to JUnit. Okay, and that's why people prefer to this, because if I want any integrity level changes, specific changes, then TestNG was able to handle that better than JUnit. Also, it was giving us good decent HTML reporting as well. It had contained a lot of listings, which actually was helping us to get more graphical and beneficial reporting. Okay. Any questions as of now, guys? You understood the flow, you understood the sequence. The option says yes. Guys, let's make it a little bit more interactive. Thanks, Deepak. I saw your ass. Okay, I'll move on. Okay. Okay, how many of you are able to see run as test ng test? This option, the one which I'm. Yes, Deepak, what we will do is we will first convert a Selenium script into test ng script, the similar way we did for Selenium. And then what we will do is we'll bring up all these annotations into picture in a single class file, and we will use system out println and see how it's working fine, so that you guys understand the you guys understand the flow of it. Okay. Okay. I asked you guys a question in terms of like, no, Viveka says no, I can't see. Okay. How many of you can't see it? Latif says he can see. Good. Okay, Deepak, Rajiv, both of you are able to see. So what I want of you is basically, okay, Roshan and Priyanka, I'll come back to you. Deepak and Rajiv, you guys can go ahead, do the same set of stuff, that is, what we did for JUnit. Go to your Selenium IDE, convert the script into your test-ng script. Okay, like go to options, format, and say Java test ng WebDriver. Say okay. Okay, and try to run your test case and let me know. Okay. Okay, for Roshan and Priyanka, you need to add a plugin, okay, TestNG plugin. So what I would say is go to Eclipse Marketplace, help Eclipse Marketplace, just say find TestNG. Roshan, Priyanka, you're following me, right?
Yes, yes, I'm following you.
Okay. There's something called TestNG for Eclipse. You have to install it. Install it and let me know whether you're able to see it or not. Roshan, you got it?
Yes, it is installing. It is installing and resolving features.
Cool. Hey, Gaurav. Okay, Gaurav, what we are, today what we did is we started our sessions with, with a recap of what we did. We went ahead and we converted our Selenium ID script into WebDriver script, and we were trying to run those things on the different unit testing cases, unit testing frameworks. We started with JUnit, we completed JUnit. Now we are moving towards testing. Is that fine, Gaurav? You can, yeah. So you can start with TestNG. So yes, Gaurav, you have to do the same way as JUnit. You have to basically, you know, go to the Selenium ID, convert it into TestNG. Before that, you have to ensure that TestNG plugin is installed, and you also should have added the dependency, Maven dependency of TestNG in your POM. Oh, great, good. So I see Deepak completed of your TestNG. Okay, good, Deepak. Go ahead and then, as I told you, go to each and every annotation which you see there. You must be seeing at the before test, at the test, and at the after test. Try to print a statement and see and understand the sequence of it. Guys, how is it going? I won't prefer that. I won't prefer that, Deepak, because they are two different entities. So you won't get both. You won't get a proper result out of when you're trying to execute both the things. You won't get any error. It's about getting the what do you say? See, when you're running it when you're running as multiple tests, right? You would get JUnit running, but you won't get in a single reporting, because you are not getting any errors, because TestNG internally uses JUnit test. It's a wrapper over JUnit. So they have given you more additional ways of doing things. Babu, Priyanka, Rajiv, Roshan, where are we? Where do we stand?
Actually, I have just restarted the clips.
Okay.
I've also restarted Eclipse.
And now I can see the option as test ng as well.
Good. So
Me
you can
too.
copy the code and do. Okay, cool. Both of you can copy the code from there and try to run the test case.
Okay, by creating a new class, same as we created for JUnit, under that.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Do you want any help, Rajiv? Rajiv, even JUnit was, you said it went off very quickly, right? Check out your Chrome driver version. Go for the latest Chrome driver, because generally if you have your Chrome, you need to have Chrome, by the way. If you don't have Chrome, it also won't work. If you have Chrome, it automatically goes to the latest version. So you need a latest driver as well. Okay. Deepak, if you have completed, are you able to see the report? No problem, Rajiv. Let me know in case you have any issues. And tomorrow we will start a little bit early, so that we can try to resolve few of you guys your issues of you guys are facing. Okay.
Okay.
Surinder, I have created the script, but I'm still able to run it because I'm getting the same browser problem.
Okay, your Chrome driver, right?
Yeah.
Try to uninstall and install it again and check it out, Priyanka, after this session.
Okay, sure, I will do. Yeah.
Ensure that you use the latest ones so that you don't find any issues.
Okay, okay.
Good. This is not the right format. You're not getting in HTML. Deepak, you're not getting in a HTML format. That's interesting. You can add some listeners. We will see. Like we will go with test when you go with testing the XML tomorrow. We'll add some listeners. We'll see. We'll go with the report engine listener, and if you guys are able to complete it faster, we'll go with extended text report. That will have a better UI. I would probably advise you to go to the target folder and then click on the index.html and see what happens. You can add listeners like report.ng. You can add listeners like extendx. To give a very good one. So we will see to that tomorrow. Guys, we are almost on time. We're closing to our time. So what we will do is, uh, okay. So we will wind up after running a test in the test case. Okay. I want you guys as an exercise. I want you guys. I'll just type it. Is to record uh, checkbox. Is that fine, guys? So people who have completed, try to replicate this and get the report out of it. Okay, so what we have done until now is basically moved from understanding of basic Selenium, the majorly understanding of the IDE and the locators type, uh, and then moved ahead and started understanding, converting how to convert a Selenium IDE script into a WebDriver script. And then also we saw the frameworks. We also saw some Maven. We also saw some JUnit and TestNG frameworks. So what are things pending is the complete WebDriver stuff is still pending in terms of the APIs, in terms of the handling, the response, So the agenda from tomorrow would be completely on WebDriver. So we will be continuing another 10 minutes in this call, for all people who are struggling a bit or who are still not completed the TestNG execution. I think remaining who have completed, I think it's up to you. If you can stay, you wanted to stay, you can stay. Otherwise, you can we can wind up today's session. Yeah, that's the right. That is the right report. Okay, but not so sure why you required a listener for these report, but um, because I used to get it, without adding this listener. This is a default report which you get. But however, it's good that you're able to see it. It could be Deepak. It could be, but I don't like. It's a bit surprising to me. It's the first time I'm seeing that kind of report from TestNG. Normally, you get that kind of report which I showed it to you, which you showed it to me in the end. May I at least know who are all trying it out?
Actually, I'm just trying to run the script, as you say, by doing Chrome driver. So, but
Mhm.
currently I'm facing the same issue. I don't know why.
Okay. Priyanka, you gave me the screenshot.
Yes, I gave you the screenshot.
Is this the one, Priyanka?
Yeah, this is the one.
Let me check it out. Let me Google it out and let's see. I think it should not be a problem, but after uninstalling and installing, I don't see it an issue. But if it's still coming, I'll just check it out. Okay. Apart from Priyanka, everybody are done. Babu, Roshan, Rajiv?
I'm trying to do the importing the script to test for test ng example.
Okay. Okay.
And yeah. I just wanted, can I see your screen regarding the last one? I think when I restarted Eclipse, I erased the command line, the print
Which command?
statement, the print statement that you asked us to do
This
on
one?
before
You want
test
this
and
one?
after. Yes.
Okay. Were you able to run it with TestNG?
Uh, no, before that for J unit I did that, but I
Mhm.
forgot to, it didn't get saved. And then when I installed the test ng, it restarted, and then now I have to put that statement in both of them and run it
I think
again and see if it's running.
try it out without putting the statement. Even that should work fine for you.
Okay,
The statement is basically to make you understand that
understand. Okay,
the sequence of it.
okay. I'm getting an error regarding examples and example. I'll send you a screenshot.
Okay. Deepak, to answer your query, right? The TestNG settings was missing earlier. Okay. Roshan is working on that, so let me help. You can go to that in just a second. I think it's inside the file menu. I think so. I'm not so sure.
Suren,
Yeah.
I would like to. I think there is some um, mismatches in my um, naming of the class naming class with it's asking to run configurations and configure again um, because it says the class is not found in package examples, the specified class name that I changed. Um,
Okay. So you went to public class and changed the class name?
Public class, yes, as you said, to change the class name inside the test, right?
Yeah.
When we imported from IDE the code inside here, you asked to change the class name. So it
Correct.
is, yeah. So when I imported it and I named it a new name, then now it is showing when I'm trying to run it, it's saying it cannot be found. It's not matching with the package examples.
Okay.
So I think mm,
I need to check that, Roshan, so that I can understand. Are there any screenshots?
okay, yeah, I'm taking some screenshots. And how about I put this all in a mail because I'm using two systems, two laptops because I cannot toggle
Yeah,
between.
no issues.
I have to toggle and I'll just compose an email and send it out to you. So, um, so you can help me with
Sure,
what I,
sure.
and not take much time and get more confused here. So I'll just take screenshots and give it to you accordingly of each step.
Okay.
What is going wrong? Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay. I don't want to hold you. Um,
So I have a hard stop at another minute or so because I have to go to office today. So
yes.
yeah, so you can drop me an email. I can reply back to you. So tomorrow morning you should be able to see that.
Okay. All right.
Uh,
Thank you.
sure. Priyank, I think there's somebody who has got similar kind of error like yours.
Yeah.
Something which is very weird. We haven't faced this. He's trying a temporary solution. Okay.
Mhm.
Probably you can use this and see whether it's working fine for you.
Okay.
But I feel there is some setting in your Chrome which is actually objecting this. So when I say Chrome is your Chrome being installed. So I think just check out if you're able to remove the developer options, like as he
Okay.
says here.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, sure.
Okay. Guys, I have a hard stop at right away. So um, we will continue tomorrow. Have a good day today.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you
You
very
Yeah.
much.
too.
Thank you. I have sent you
See
again
you
a
guys.
screenshot on Slack. Hello. Yes, Surinder. Just wanted
Sorry,
a
Priyanka, I
minute.
didn't hear you.
Yeah, I just wanted a minute. I have sent you a screenshot on Slack that after you said after installing again, so I am getting the same problem again, but I'm getting a message that Chrome is being controlled by automated test software at the top. You can see the screenshot I have sent you, the updated one. Now I'm getting this one.
Okay. Okay. Priyanka, just try with this.
Yeah,
Go
sure.
with
I will
this.
try to get a
Yeah,
solution.
and then see whether it's working fine or not. Meanwhile, just work on this. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
sure. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow.
See you. Bye.
Yeah, thanks everyone. And please do join on time, and we'll start at 8 so that we don't have a lag at the end. Thanks.